Center. But look at that back. It's one piece.
Wow.
It's one piece. And it was used, one piece neck and one piece back. And they were saying on it, did you check that Gibson thing out on YouTube?
Yep.
And they were talking about on there, someone just stole 10 Gibsons out of the Gibson custom shop down in Nashville. Did you see that?
I did see that.
And they were showing. They said that the new the ones in the custom shop are one piece backs.
I'll be darned.
But this, I got this used. It didn't have the case or anything with it, but but feel that thing. It's as heavy.
Oh, they always are heavy. They're the heaviest darn guitar, I tell you, man. They kill you.
That's as heavy as my Gibson bass used to be.
Well, my custom's just as heavy as that.
Feel that thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh gosh. Let's see.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho.
Hey,
I always tell the Christians that I hang out with, I went, you never heard Jesus just left Chicago? Because I said, ZZ Top, I said, those guys, I said, they play some Christian music. They went, what? I said, you never heard Jesus left Chicago?
Jesus just left Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sit down.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Sit down.
Because he was working the border.
Now this is really.
If I want to hear some Appalachia, I can record it on my phone once you start playing it.
These tapes are from 1972. Who's that?
Appalachian?
Is it? 72? That truck, he's playing on that truck, but Doug over, they wiped Pat's vocals off there and Doug's singing.
Oh, it's 72.
Well, when
It wasn't 72.
It would have been around then.
You're playing drums on that.
Yeah.
When did I join the band? Because Doug joined right after I did.
Doug joined after you did.
Yeah, because Jim Pring was singing for us. And that was in 70, I would say 74. 74, 75.
He's playing drums.
Well, that was before me. Because you were,
Yeah.
that was before.
I was first generation.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was before I joined the band.
Yeah.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. I wanted to hear it again to see how good it sounded. Oh, you the man.
Is that this one?
You the man.
Well, if I can find some others, I mean, there's a bunch on here. There's stuff with us playing with Sam.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It sounds really good, man. And I have some others for me that you're playing on with Anthony. And I'll take those.
Okay, yeah.
The guitar is just tremendous, which I'd forgotten about, and the bass playing is just ripping. I mean, I knew we were tight. You know, here's the thing about us.
Yeah.
We were always trying to get so much better that we never appreciated how good we were. Sometimes.
Well, we never do. Nobody ever told
We're like,
us.
oh, we got to get better than this.
Who was singing on this?
That's Doug on there. See, Pat sang on the original.
Okay, and
They wiped his vocals.
Okay.
And I have a quarter inch downstairs with Pat singing on it, but I have to get a reel to reel to put it off. Now listen to this. Listen to this song. Because listen.
I remember this.
Whenever I program drums, I use you as a inspiration guide because you don't put accents in. You actually you're playing with this song.
Yeah.
Because whenever like there's a part that comes in, you're like playing right along with it.
It's like the Ringo. You play music because the song, being part of the marching band and the orchestra and things like that, you play drums. There's a couple ways to play.
Listen to
But
that.
the song's gotta be, it has to have its transitions. You know what I mean? You can't showboat over something that's not meant to be showboated.
But you're like, whenever there's, instead of like just putting an accent in, whenever there's a part, like, you know, something comes in, da 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 da, you're like playing right along with it. And it's like, it's so amazing to me.
But who's singing this one?
Doug's singing this one too, and they like Pat's vocals off.
I used to love this song,
Oh, I love
but
this song. Wait till you hear Pat playing his
guitar in this. This is like heaven.
Oh man.
For me, this is like heaven.
Listen to how good that sounds.
What you record that with then?
Dale recorded it.
Dale,
Yeah, Dale recorded
Luke the Ditch.
No. He might have recorded this, but I don't think. I think Bert Morgan recorded this originally.
What's it out here?
No, I'm okay.
I remember that time we played at the camp outside that festival.
My fleet.
Oh, that was a serious.
We used to play on.
We ripped our hearts out that day. We played like, I don't know how many hours that night. But I remember Dickie Saul was sitting on the floor, on the ground with his head, ripping his brains out. And he looked up at me and he was just going, man, that's some of the most amazing stuff I've ever heard. Because it was outside. And it was beyond, it was not just the music, it was the whole event. Like our mini Woodstock.
Was that when the band called Scarab and Gravel played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. I remember I spent the night with Beverly Boulay in a sleeping bag. I spent the night with Beverly Boulay in a sleeping bag right there on the grounds because we had done some window pane. We just laid under the stars, right?
That's
Just
when I remember.
hugging
your
each other, right?
Your mom used to come out and
Yeah.
she would make a big bag of sandwiches and
Yeah.
she'd put a spread out and say, anybody wants anything?
Yeah. And we were laying there in the sleeping bag, and some people didn't have enough food for, you know, whatever. And all of a sudden, this pizza truck drove out of nowhere in the middle of the night. This van drove up with like this lights on, going. It had a funny horn or something, and he had a megaphone going, "Hot pizza! Anybody want hot pizza?" And we're like tripping, going, "What? Is this for real?" We thought we were seeing things. And this guy gets out of the van, and he's got it stacked with like about 30 pizzas in there. People crawl out of the woodwork, man. Everybody was hungry. And I was so high, though, trying to eat that stuff. I could feel it going through as I was digesting. And I felt like I was eating part of myself. You know what I mean? Everything was all one. But that was a crazy weekend. We played forever. Remember, we kept saying, "Oh, we might as well play again."
Might as well play again.
And that first night, there were people everywhere.
Yeah, Pat,
Clarksburg, a lot of people from Clarksburg came up there.
Pat says, I ripped off Norwegian wood, can you tell?
Yeah,
I says, yeah, I can tell, but who cares?
yeah. But in the way he did it, though, was
Yeah.
he'd put it to good use.
Do you remember things?
Of course. I didn't know it sounded this tough.
There's places where the tape dropped out. I mean, there's nothing I can do for it. but
Yeah.
the only thing I did was bump the volume up. I didn't do anything else, so
It's pretty much just live.
yeah. And you might, if you get out there and you know somebody has a studio, they might be able to
Remix it.
remix it and bring some of the frequencies up. But you can hear the drums so good, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I remember that part. I used to love that part. Woo! Such a great tone, man.
Sounds good.
What was he playing in that?
Gibson?
I think I had a precision bass on that.
He had that big brown electric hollow body, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't hollow. It was.
I thought he had one. Like this one? Pat did? Remember
Oh,
that?
Pat.
Yeah. Didn't he have
Yeah,
that?
he had that 335. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rex has
He
that
used
now.
it. He used that a lot.
But did you
Is that
see
Sam?
that guitar hanging in there? That's he bought that Alex Sachs in New York.
Oh, I saw it in the bathroom. Yeah.
He bought that when we played up at CBGB's.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, we went to a pawn shop.
Oh, yeah.
Guitars, he found that in that box.
Wow. Is that Sam singing?
Is that what?
Sam?
No.
Is Sam? Or Doug?
I'm trying to think of it. Pat?
Because he said play it, Sam. Didn't he say play it, Sam?
No. Pat played the rhythm, and then he overdubbed
Oh,
the
gotcha.
solos on it. Listen how tight these endings are.
They are tight.
Everything is so.
That sounds good.
I know. Because when I think about the, oh my, what is this?
Now you I think played on this one.
Yeah, this is, what are those guys called?
UFO.
Yeah, I saw them in Pittsburgh. And then I followed them on YouTube like years later.
Yeah.
The old man. That was, what was his name? Guitar player?
Let me see if I can get it in a second.
He used to have the real long white hair. He never wore a shirt. The lead guitar player for,
UFO?
yeah. What was his name? Oh, I remember this song.
It cuts out a little bit here at the beginning.
Oh yeah, this.
There's no vocals on here, so you can hear the instruments just.
Oh yeah.
So good. This was recorded. Remember we used to practice in that church on Spruce Street?
Yes,
What was that called? Was it a Presbyterian
it was the
church?
Episcopal Church. That's where Larry knows
On
guys.
Spruce Street?
Yes,
Yeah.
Spruce Street. We used to practice in there like their gym.
Yeah.
Well, that's where that was recorded.
Wow. I remember this.
And they were always going to go back and do the vocals, and Sam quit. And that's why there's no
That
vocals.
build-up was powerful. I mean, when you consider how with the
You see
times.
the tape. It's just like at the beginning on the tails of the tape. At the beginning, there's drop off, but the rest of the tape is really good.
So all I've heard so far is on the CD.
Yeah, this is all on the CD.
Awesome, man. Can't believe it, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
It's
I gotta say, if there was a drum set in here, we'd be tearing the place up, I guarantee you. It's such a crazy transition.
yeah. But listen what you're
It's
playing.
almost like
on
it's almost like the Ventures, you know. But yeah, I love the drum parts.
Listen, he's just like.
It was kind of like Grand Funk. They did a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those triplets. And that's that old Ludwig set. The one I was talking about. That same drum set I took on every major tour that I did for years.
Now this is Sam.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell his style. He can rip.
Listen to that. There's Pat.
Yeah.
That's him on that SG.
That bass is just moving on, buddy. You're just running. I just love this guy.
I always said to myself that if we'd have been anywhere else in the United States, we would have went somewhere.
If we'd have been on the if we'd have been on the West Coast, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have been right up there with Candy and everybody else.
because the music is very. We spent a lot of time in that garage restructuring these songs.
Garage and anywhere we could practice.
Yeah. I mean, I remember it was a lot of work, but it's very orchestrated. But it's put together well. The foundation of the songs are strong. It's just not, three chords and straight, 2/4.
Pat would bring something in, and Sam would join it together, and then we would sit there and figure out what we could do with it. And you're just like cooking back here.
I know. It was almost like West Coast rock, It wasn't, we listened to metal all the time, but we didn't play necessarily. It was more like a Marshall Tucker type with his West Coast twang.
Yeah, we
and
played
bluegrass
some heavy stuff, but it was all different types.
Yeah,
Well, I got to thinking of some of the songs. Remember Ruby and the Dykes?
oh yeah, oh Ruby and the
And Take Me to the Rivers?
yeah,
That's the name of the song?
that was
Yeah,
from
the name of the
that was
song,
from Zap Comics.
It was Zap Comics,
Yeah,
Ruby and the Dykes.
Ruby and the Dykes. That was
The Checker Demon.
S. Clay Wilson. He was.
Listen to this. Theme from Naked Lunch.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about this song, man.
Yeah. This is a theme, man.
This almost sounds like something from like the British, like early Rolling Stones or something. Oh, I love this part.
What's it? Come here. What's it?
Oh my God. It's been 40 years since I've heard this stuff, at least. Maybe longer. Well, I'm 60 now, so 65. And I was probably about, 18 or 19 doing this?
Yeah? So you're 60 now?
65.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was 65 in November.
When this other part comes in here.
It's like the Doors.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff reminds me of the Doors. But we weren't really thinking of the Doors when we played it.
Well, there's another part. There's 4 parts to this song.
I know. Yeah.
Listen how you take off on this.
This reminds me of Zappa, which I used to love Frank Zappa. Amazing. I just can't believe I'm here.
Well, we were
ahead of our
We
time.
were playing this stuff. None of these songs are 2 minutes long, and we played all this just in our head.
Yeah. The thing about it is, there was no place for us at the time.
Sound like Tall Drummer.
Yeah. It does sound like a lot of different stuff. Amazing, man.
It's just we're all right together.
I know, it's very tight.
There's nothing sloppy.
And that was what, about 72?
Yeah.
I'd say about 72, 71. This was right before the Blue Moons.
We were well rehearsed. I remember that. We rehearsed. We'd do those 5 or 6 hour practices. Pat was like a slave driver. Well, you were too.
I know.
I'm not for sure it was you or Pat.
It was both of us.
And Sam was kind of, he was driven. I was probably the biggest slacker. I mean, I could have gone out and smoked a joint, but they didn't want to stop. So, those old drums sound good.
Oh, they sound fantastic. What I got to thinking, I think there was only 3 mics on your drums.
It almost sounds like 13th Floor Elevator or Moby Grape or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
That whole kind of
We were
Detroit
listening,
sound.
We were listening to all kinds of stuff.
that drum part I put in there. It's very syncopated. I remember going through all this stuff and all these parts, but now that I hear it, it's very, very orchestrated. It's almost like the Who. They used to do that stuff too. Very defined parts, you know. Nothing wasted.
Not at all.
And that's for still recorded in the church up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's where Larry.
All of these were recorded in that church.
I got to send this stuff to Larry McClurg too because I've been communicating with him a lot from the Mind Garage. I sent
This
him.
was Dirty Mama.
Oh, Dirty Mama! I remember this man.
Oh, Dirty Mama.
This is Sam, you know.
Oh, Dirty, why do you treat me so mean? Dirty Mama. Do you treat me so mean?
Yeah.
You're the worst woman I've ever seen. Something like that.
Yeah. Was this stuff off the reel to reel?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
That's what I said. That tape is that old.
Yeah, because my mom had a reel to reel, and I think I had a copy of this stuff on there for a while, and that who knows what happened to it.
Well, when I worked down at California University, I knew the guy in the music department.
Right.
So I went over and I said, I want to borrow your best reel-to-reel that you have for the weekend. So he wheeled this big thing out, man.
So that's what you recorded that on.
Yeah, I brought it home, but I had to bake the tapes, and they were still shutting all the stuff off of it. Because and I don't think I could play those ones again, but they're done.
Yeah.
Sam's too much fun.
But listen, he changed his whole style. I mean, from song to song, you know?
That sounds like the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, a lot.
But this was before Working Man's Dead came out.
I know. Because our one of our drummers played with Planet Drum when he wasn't touring with us. He was playing with Mickey Hart.
Really?
Yeah, he was a talking drummer. The guy was like amazing. And so I've met Mickey a few times. If I would have had these to let him listen to, he would probably go like, "Hey, isn't that us?" And then Fuzzy toured with the Dead for like probably 9 years until actually after Jerry died.
Really?
He still worked with the band. And when he'd come to California, I'd go out and see him. But when he'd work the shows, he'd get us in. And like the last time we were out there, they were playing at the Shoreline Amphitheater.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Jerry Garcia died, he put a lot of people out of work.
He did.
There must have been 300 or 400 people that they had working for them. Gee.
And some of them kept going with the band.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
They kept at it.
Yeah. Because the band kept touring, and they did quite well for a long time. They did a number of tours. But, the Jerry t-shirts and all that stuff, I still have some of those t-shirts from the concert that as gifts that Fuzzy gave me when I was there, And they're pretty old.
They had his display when I went to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
They had all his guitars out there on display.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I always love this break too now. And this really needed to be taken into a good studio and be produced.
Yeah. That back end there wasn't none around.
I know. We did a lot of syncopated stuff that was like really cool.
Listen to that.
It's almost like Captain Beefheart, man. It's got because it's going in two different directions at once,
Yeah.
It's this kind of like jazzy thing.
This is the one that Pat played saxophone on. Remember?
Oh yeah.
He brought that sax
And just blow it.
Pat brought that sax in and just started playing it one day. I was like, why didn't you do this before? He said, I just bought it. He never played it. And he was going to put it on here.
Sounds like that sounds like? Sounds like Allman Brothers. Exactly. Some of the stuff they would do. But when we wrote this stuff, we weren't thinking of the Allman Brothers.
Not at all.
That's what's kind of funny. We weren't thinking of any of the bands that it sounds like to me now. We were just playing our ability. This is all we could do. We were thinking, well, this doesn't sound like Led Zeppelin.
What's
But it
funny
sounds like
is,
so many different
listen
styles.
in the background how you keep the song going. There's all this other stuff happening, and you're just like keeping it going, and you're doing all this stuff, underneath it. It's just amazing.
And I still played when I played with my brother. I did a lot of stuff like that too.
Did you?
Yeah, kind of tribal.
Yeah.
I always play a lot of fills, but they're directional fills. Those bass lines, man, it's just so syncopated, and it went.
I never thought. Yeah, I never.
I mean, it's very, it's kind of like avant-garde.
No wonder nobody understood our band.
Yeah, but now it makes perfect sense. It's like we were just too whacked out for everybody.
Yeah.
But it keeps. It's like 5 against 3,
Yeah.
That sounds like a mixture between Zappa
It
and
does.
Paul Drummer.
It does. It does. It really does. I mean, I knew people couldn't figure us out, and they weren't going to be like Elderberry Jack because they just weren't. They weren't ready for that. But if we would have been in a different city,
It would have been a different place.
But the songs are just like. It just keeps progressing. It keeps changing.
Yeah.
It keeps flowing. All these different moods.
And there's all those songs.
And the drums are still going, like you said.
Yeah. Now listen to what you're doing. Bum, bum, bum. It's
And listen, that's Sam, right?
yeah. But listen to what you're doing. TikTok.
It's like TikTok, but it's also got like a.
Da 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 da. You're just going tick tock, tick. Now you're going da 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 da. And so you keep adding stuff to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds very Grateful Dead. It's like all these different loops. It's like 6/8, but then it's like cut time 4/4, and then we sync up. Because it is 6/8, but you're almost like a.
Yeah.
You're almost like playing like a 3/2. And this whole thing is completely different.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now go ahead into 6/8 again.
That's Pat. It's Pat there.
See, that sounds like something Zap would be playing.
Totally, it does.
Doesn't it?
Completely.
Da, 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 da.
That was nice. That bass is just like a wall.
Well, the band's doing this, and you're underneath doing all this rhythm stuff. I listened to it, and I went, every time we play a part, you're playing something entirely different. That's flipped out.
But you know what? We consistently played this every time.
Yeah.
We knew every note that we were doing. Look, I forgot about that. I remember that lick. And then when you started playing with him, his style progressed into more of a metal, more like a Jimmy Page. His speed like doubled,
Yeah.
and he was able to pull off things that he couldn't do at this level.
At that time.
He transitioned right into this next, and his tones too. He started getting his pedal action together. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Pat was pretty crazy. He listened to a lot of Zappa and everything else.
Oh, he listened to all kind of stuff.
He listens. Listen to those chords. Talk about dissonance. I know you guys used to kill me, but I'm the one that created the parts. It's like I really made a workout for myself. It wasn't just like 2/4. I'm over there. Toms were all like constant.
Well, what's amazing is we thought all that stuff up, and nobody ever told you, do this part.
No,
I mean, you
I just interpreted the
You
music,
just did it. You did it. I mean,
and we'd stop on a dime. I was like, I don't even know how I did that. Oh, that ending was cool because I thought there was going to be one more. But, oh
this is,
yeah, Empty-Headed Woman.
this is when George Cumpston's singing, but he's singing the words that Pat wrote for the song. And I think you're playing on this one. You're playing on this version.
He's George Comston.
No, you wouldn't have playing on this one now.
No.
No.
Had Sam left town by then, or Sam's on here?
No, Sam left.
Right. Is this Randy?
There was only 4 of us.
Well, George, when was he? George Comfort, was he the singer?
Yeah, he was a singer. Well, you know what? I think you're playing drum. I think this is the track that you're playing drums on. He's just singing to it.
Oh, gotcha. And you and Pat.
Yeah. Pat, there was
Dubbed-
me,
made both
George.
tracks.
George with vocals, and Pat. And then we got a kid named Stuart Shaw from
I remember-
St. Albans.
I remember Stuart. Wasn't that the little skinny guy?
Little skinny kid.
We played a lot. He wanted to burn his house down one time.
He couldn't make it past 3 sets because he was
He was
a
so skinny.
vegetarian.
Was he the drummer?
Yeah, remember?
I remember him.
He played with. Remember the little real?
Yeah.
He was like a little. He was like a waif.
Well, he considered himself non-sexual.
Right. He was before his time.
Yeah,
Well, that's who was playing drums when I joined the band.
yeah.
Because I remember we played somewhere one time and Doug told him, he said, man, he said, you better throw a chunk of ham in that soup. He said,
Well, now you can hear everything a lot better on this one because it was further in on the tape. You can hear all the guitars and stuff.
Oh, it's brutal.
I thought all about him.
Yeah, I remember we did a double gig one time in front of the ROTC building across from the mountain lair,
Yeah,
and his apartment had burnt down out there because they were staying at the old Albert Gallatin
yeah,
place.
old Albert Gallatin place.
And we used to go out there. That was a crazy place. And he burnt the place down. He did something. He was cooking. Burned all his stuff up in there.
Well, they had to leave when I can't even remember his name. The people that own it, the boy shot himself. And
Yeah.
they all got kicked out.
Yeah.
Where was he from?
St. Albans.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot all about him.
Yeah, he had the light touch.
Yeah.
Really skinny little guy.
Yeah.
Long blonde hair.
This is the way Pat sang it, and that's his. Those are Pat's words. That song was fast. Listen to that. Those fills in there.
Yeah. Look at that ending, man. That's just like nailed it.